Every 2 days last year, a multi-millionaire in the world became a billionaire, according to a new report released by Oxfam. Incredibly, the 26 richest people on Earth now own more wealth than the bottom half of the world's population, 3.8 billion people. Last year alone, the world's billionaires saw their wealth go up by $2.5 billion each and every day since Wall Street crashed the global economy 10 years ago, causing tens of millions to lose their jobs, homes, and life savings. The number of billionaires in the world has nearly doubled. At the World Economic Forum this week in Davos, Switzerland, a dozen billionaires have seen their net worth go up by $175 billion over the past decade. That includes Jamie Dimon, the CEO of the largest bank in America, whose net worth has more than tripled after his bank paid a $13 billion fine for mortgage fraud and received a $391 billion bailout from the Federal Reserve. It also includes Rupert Murdoch, the owner of Fox News, whose net worth has gone up by 472% from $3.2 billion in 2009 to $18.3 billion today. Meanwhile, as the billionaires flaunt their opulence in Davos this week, nearly half of the world's population struggles to survive on less than $5.50 a day. 10,000 people die each day because they lack health care. 262 million poor kids can't go to school. 844 million lack basic access to clean drinking water. And the wealth of the bottom 50% has gone down by $500 million each and every day. That is unacceptable. Now, more than ever, we need to create a global economy that works for the many, not the few. Here is just one example of what we can do. According to the most recent statistics, the wealthiest people in the world hid at least $7.6 trillion in offshore bank accounts to avoid paying taxes. And that's a conservative estimate. Just a few years ago, the Tax Justice Network found that the wealthy and large corporations were actually stashing a minimum of $21 trillion in offshore tax havens to evade taxes in their own countries. If we work together to eliminate offshore tax abuse, the new revenue that would be generated could put an end to global hunger, create hundreds of millions of new jobs, and substantially reduce extreme income and wealth inequality throughout the world. It could be used to move us aggressively towards sustainable agriculture and to combat climate change by rapidly accelerating the transformation of our energy system away from fossil fuels and towards renewable sources of power. Oxfam has estimated that just getting the global elite to pay 0.5% more in taxes on their wealth could provide enough revenue to provide health care that would save the lives of 3.3 million people and educate 262 million poor children. Instead of austerity on the working class, the elderly, and the poor, we need austerity for the top 1% and large, profitable corporations. Let us have the courage to develop an international movement that takes on the greed and ideology of the billionaire class and leads us to a world of economic, social, political, and environmental justice. Regulators, mount up.